Pressure there then.
You can do it!
I think you can probably hear me without that. I'm going to move about a bit. One of them's a bit active. Very powerful stuff we've been hearing. Hardly dare. And I did enjoy hearing from Mick, isn't it, about the sea, because it's holiday time. We've had quite a lot of poems about holidays and the sea, and I'm going to read poems all about holidays at the seaside, starting with just a little one on the beach one day. It's called Wells Next the Sea. Sea breeze catches a seagull skirt, pink and white twirl, sand hurled from a spade, a flag, a kite swooping and diving, catches snatches of conversation, laughter calls, shouts, dissipates meaning and thought into blissful blur, ripples the sea into small waves over the feet, cooling and soothing, washing and moving our solid ground. Tony was talking about holidays from childhood. The highlight of my childhood and teenage holidays in Cornwall was the ride on the speedboat. I found it absolutely exhilarating. We knew we were going to get soaked, but it was all part of the fun, because the boat would be going faster than anything you could imagine, and it would go down into a trough and the water would cover you. It was just amazing. 30 years later, we went back. I went back with my husband and 3 children, and we rode on the speedboat again, and I had one of those time warp moments where suddenly I was 17 again, and I came off that speedboat in floods of tears, just because 30 years had disappeared in a flash. And they said, "Didn't you like it, Mum?" I was like, "No, that's not the point." And I went straight to a shop and brought a card and wrote it to my parents, telling them about this wonderful revisit I'd had, and how, and thanking them for the holidays they used to take us on. So when I was asked to write a poem using the senses, describing something from my childhood, I wrote a ride on a speedboat. So here we go. The definition of exhilaration, its quintessence. Did I hear or feel the synesthetic roar as we left slow shore and soared in open water? Was it the sound waves or the vibrations that set my eardrums buzzing, as my ears picked out in colour on this backdrop of intoxicating, mesmerising sound, screech of a seagull and the fat splash of waves hitting the side at 50 miles an hour. Salt set skin a tingling and tantalised the tongue. Acupuncture of sea spray, fine needles sending joy piercing through the body as we rode full swells, bounced down into the troughs, splashed with more than spray, shaking with movement and laughter, shaken almost out of self into a stripe of speed and wind, flickering horizontals of grey, white, blue, green, brown, catching the eye, seeing too fast to focus, facing away from land, for a moment inhabiting nothing but ocean, one surrounding element to clarify existence. It took a long time to land, ears still buzzing, eyes still glazed, body still feeling the motion, ecstasy still gripping the soul. Finally grounded to earth by the smells of fish sheds and engine fuel, seaweed, fish and chips, and coffee. And finally, a far more chilled visit to the beach. I love the sea, just like those of you who've been talking about the sea today. And I go to the sea and it blows all my cobwebs away. And this was a beach up on East Scotland just a few years ago. It's called Lunan Beach and it's subtitled Recalibration. So this is a much more meditative experience by the seashore. Lunan Beach, dappling, the interplay of light through light green leaves. to give welcome on approach, the patterns of light on intersecting ripples as the waves come and go. Diffracting, blades of light through shelves of overhanging pines create a sharpening lens. The sand comes nearer and recedes, looking down into waves around the feet. Grounding, as the sea sucks away sand, sinking the feet in deeper, or as they plant into the soft, dry dunes, yielding and quivering. Perspective, looking out over the sea to see a long, far horizon defined by the meeting of blues and greys, of water and of clouds, eyes caught by the arching of dolphins leaping and diving. Settling at the dunes, the marram grass has formed, sending out anchoring roots into a shape-shifting matrix, hefted by wind and waves, a bulwark set between the landward life, where all is fixed and focused, finite and purposeful, and that creative shore where permanence shines through